Most welcome to the Voice of Evolution. I've been away for a week now, just investigating what was going on in my own hometown in the middle of Belgium, in Brussels. And so we have massive riots over here. I think it's time, as everything is moving faster and faster and governments willing to cut us down completely with their facial shields. We need to wear a shield here in Belgium if we have a medical condition. Even people suffering from claustrophobia and asthma. So that is not quite a solution. And I hope you people can stand strong, and I hope you are willing to talk about your highest level of concern. I am especially concerned about the intake of nutrients. I am very concerned about the quality of oxygen and that intake. And of course, I have been talking a lot lately about how to override the level of oxygen that is generated through the matrix. And so when living in crystalline consciousness and crystalline grids that override those, you squeeze it, then you can rise into the higher level of eternal breathing, eternal oxygen, and that changes the blood circulation in your body, of course, and that changes everything within your lungs, your heart circulation, and also the water content of your body, or essentially everything that you are as an energy field, an energy wheel. But then again, for those not living over there and still struggling with what to believe and not being informed enough, it is quite difficult to decipher what to do. So I especially recommend, as so many suicides are going on here in Europe, especially young children ages between 12 and 18 are killing themselves because they're not living in an environment at home that supports their well-being, that supports their mental, psychological and physical health at all. So they don't know how to cope with it anymore. And also psychologists have not been educated in how to assist these children, and there's certainly not enough emergency rooms available to connect with these very young entities in the first place, to bring them on a stage that is safe and secure. There is no safety, there is no security, but we can do a lot if we just gather together and start building communities on a stronger level. I do this especially through the formatting of grids. When I pull through a grid with my energy fields and I place myself in society, I have a cup of coffee or something downtown in the city, then people start talking to me, and that when conversation starts out, then you can start informing them. So also the New Earth Project, which you can find on social media, on Facebook, you can find it on YouTube, has the white paper, which is very informative. Their videos are very informative, so I strongly suggest you to go to these platforms. I have all the links in the description box, and inform yourselves, because there's a lot of specialists, professors and doctors talking out about everything that has been done to us. So they're cutting out the oxygen, they're cutting out our mentality, and the brains are going insane actually, because people do not know how to cope anymore with losing their jobs, and they don't know how to cope in relationships, as many relationships were built on falseness anyways. And so here people are being confronted with the status of their relationships, and that is a very sad view. So we need to truly assist on a larger plan, the divine plan that is open there, and start to think on a higher level to bring immunity in the emotional content, to bring immunity back into the mental capacity, and starting to teach people how to move into their mental strength in the first place. Because if you have mental strength, then you can easily channel what is right for you and what you can fight at the moment being. And so that is not easy, but also I would strongly suggest to build communities to assist the young ones, the lost ones. The lost ones, I mean those in suffering the atrocities within families, because many children did go to school in a way to escape their home, and know they are being enforced. Their home is like a prison, and that is being seen worldwide, apart from the child trafficking I've been talking about 10 years ago. Nobody would believe me. Like, start believing in yourself, start believing into the divine, get your connection back to your source, because that, in the end, that is all you will have. And we cannot trust any government, we cannot trust our food anymore. I'm seeing this here every day, how the nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins in our foods are getting down and down and down. I'm asking myself, why would I even bother to eat? Because I don't have healthy farmers over here. And so living on light food, what is termed mana, to assist the process of getting the body in a better health status, a higher level of immunity is starting to be essential, and educating people into that platform as well. So let's say I would really love to learn about what you witness in the hood, what is your highest level of concern, and what you would like to do about it, but maybe don't know how to start something out. You know, we could communicate together and start out some project, some plan, from small into the bigger vision, and that is going to be essential as well. So getting the body in the first place to a higher level of health means you can start with telling yourself all day through, I am immune to density. I am immune to density. That's what it takes. And so those willing to go through a 7-day fast, which will polish your character, which will polish your mental capacities massively, because that is essentially what is needed, would be great to do. So fasting on juices and teas is what I especially recommend, because putting a lot of herbs in your teas, fresh herbs like I have over here, and that is yeah, I've bought some mugwort, Artemisia. That's I've been eating that all my life actually, and what is very good also is this mugwort. You can buy this in stamped sweet rice, and that is called actually Mochi. I don't know if you know Mochi. And so it's been sold like these cubes. And so one of these you can cut them into 12 pieces. So you have very small 1 centimeter cubes that you can bake in some olive oil and put them in your salads and soups, whatever. But that is building your strength on a very high level, and especially with the stamped sweet rice, it's quite a process to get into that. For those feeling that their immune system is weakening, I would recommend to really try that out for 1 week. And for those willing to fast, I really recommend to alkalize the body. I do this with drinking celery and apples and a little bit of spinach into that. And another juice I recommend also is carrot juice with lemons and ginger, which is very strong as well. And the third juice I would recommend on 1 week is watermelon with curcuma and ginger, as much as you want. So these are the 3 juices, yes, that are really strong to clear out the gut, to clear out your lungs as well. And apart from that, drink as much tea as you can with citronella, with mugwort in it, green teas along with ginger and curcuma is very beneficial as well. And apart from that, loads of water, of course. So after a week you feel truly regenerated. The regeneration of the body is needed, and sometimes so fasting at least 1 day a week is strongly recommended as well, up to 3 days. So I would certainly challenge you to try out more days and drink more when you start feeling weak. And so in the coming videos, I will talk a lot more about herbal kingdoms, essential oils as well, and how we are moving back as essential nutrition. Because if nutrition is falling down, and we don't have forest gardens everywhere yet, which is the goal actually, because I think we need to start building our own foods and support each other in building those special gardens that are pure in the mineral and vitamin kingdom. So here what I teach as well is how to crystalline grit the soil and get the purification into the soil with the crystal kingdoms, and so you can start communicating with the elements what they need to bring to the purity to the soil in the first place, and assist the transition of the plant kingdom as they deserve that so much. I mean, the earth is in a rampant position, so we all have the responsibility to clear out ourselves in the first place, become immune to density, and open that up. So apart from that, I would recommend to at least clear out 1 organ a day. So for example, start clearing out through meditation your lungs for 7 days. Your lungs are essential, along with the heart circulation. You can look that up on the Google machine, how the working mechanisms go there and how different the working mechanism is when in a light environment and in a light body, and how that moves through. So I have a lot of courses about it as well. If you want to go to a 12-day cleanse and work with every organ in the body, the glandular system, and transition the construction of your bones, the blood circulation, the skin, everything, then that is what I recommend, because we will go to the gut, we will go to the root, we will go to the reproduction system, and all that needs to invert back to a purified platform, and that would already help to transition mentality, or to bring the strength of character through, which people need so much. So for those still in fear, fear breaks your immune system down. And there is essentially nothing to fear unless we pay attention to it. So do not pay attention to fear, or get through an elimination of fear 7 days at least, because it's your glandular system hosts fear, and that is what I would especially do, because if you have been living a lifetime through many fears, then that is still encoded in your cellular construction, and when eliminating that on a daily basis with light technology, light engineering, through your meditation, through your breathing system that goes into the detail of fear, and especially the higher levels of unworthiness, then you can feel the bigger level of cleanse coming through. So let me know, what is your highest concern, and what do you do, or would you like to do in society to bring your label, your voice through, and where would you like to start? And for those willing to fast with me starting tomorrow, that would be great as well. Let me know how you're going. Let me know where you're at, and how it feels in the body. And especially if you work in meditation and clearing out your organism at the same time with the organism of the earth, then you will start to see crystal clear in your brain, and you start to see the movement of the elements, the ancient ancestral tracks coming through, and you will have a higher communication also. So look that up, breaking the barriers of all that old mentalities. These are 15 MP3 players of about 1 hour to bring the cleanse through. So that is quite a challenge, very strong, that I recommend to do along the fasting. And on the other hand, fear is something that needs to be addressed on a higher level. It's not about letting go, because it would still circulate, and whenever you face something, fear pops up. So standing strong in character, eliminating fear, I will pull out a video about that as well, and an MP4 clearing process that is extremely strong, because most of the fear is also attached to relationships. And when we release all the old relationships, especially through the vagus nerve runs from under your cheeks all the way down your throat and passes almost through the entire body into your gut. I mean, it affects all your chakras in the body and all your energy fields. And so that special MP4 also clears the relationships in the root center and the attachment to the pubic bone and the sexual organs, and all that needs to go. And so that's very important what comes through, like that will feel like a big relief in your life actually. And so you can start thinking on a higher level, and that goes actually with everything, just about everything. So I'll leave it with that. Let me know what is going on in your country and how your face-to-face face is going, and the mask or the shield, the facial shield, and what do you think about what is going to happen, as we need to stand stronger and stronger every day from now on. So thank you for being with me. Thank you for commanding and letting me know what you are at, and yeah, what is going on over there. Okay, thank you. Bye.